Good morning and welcome to Top Gear India. Today we have with us the all-new, well, not that new, the facelifted Volvo XC40. This time in a mild hybrid avatar. So, we have the same old petrol engine as before, but to go along with it, we now have a 48-volt battery that's here to assist it and just slightly improve performance and efficiency overall. On the outside, as you can see, Volvo has made a few minor tweaks, though you have to be quite the XC40 aficionado to be able to tell the difference. But let me tell you the key things that you can notice and pick up right off the bat. For starters, the rims are now different. Earlier you used to have this diamond cut design that came with the R design trim, but gone is the R design trim. Now you get these rather plain looking 5-spoke wheels, which are a little disappointing, but it's okay. Also, no longer do you get the dual tone finish. I'm not sure if you do actually, but the car that we have here is in this single tone finish, and I gotta say it looks a little bit more mundane compared to the dual tone finish that I'm normally used to seeing on the roads. But that aside, everything else is practically the same. If you've seen the Volvo XC40 Recharge, then it's just the same car with a different grille and slightly better ground clearance. So apart from that, nothing else has really changed on the outside and just a few minor tweaks on the inside. So come along with me, I'll fill you in on what's on the inside and I'll tell you what the driving experience is like, because for the most part this is the exact same car as before, just with a little bit more spit and polish. First driving impressions of the mild hybrid XC40 here, and I gotta say, compared to the rather linear power delivery, the power delivery is still linear, just a little more responsive. So you put your foot down and it picks up within a matter of seconds and gets going. And the engine does feel a lot smoother and quieter at lower speeds, so that's definitely a plus point. Fuel efficiency hasn't taken a major difference. So I have been averaging so far, I'm getting about, you could say, almost 9 kilometers per liter. I'm sure if you drive in a much more sedate fashion, and believe me, I have been driving this car rather sedately, the way it likes to be driven, but a little more sedately, and you could probably squeeze out 2 kilometers per liter more, so like about 11. So not a huge leap in terms of fuel efficiency. Engine responsiveness, definitely. In terms of overall feel, yeah, I gotta say, you won't really notice a night and day difference between the non-mild hybrid version and the mild hybrid version, but it's definitely a welcome improvement. Other improvements in the interior, or other changes so to say, is this new driftwood inlay that's been added compared to the previous one, which was this weird steel looking design. I don't know what it was, but it looked really funky. This one looks a lot more somber in comparison, and the interior for the most part is exactly the same as the last time. They have changed the gear knob over here, so if you've seen other Volvo cars, be it the S90 or the XC90 or the S60 or the XC60, so they've added this new crystal sort of gear knob, which does look a lot more premium and looks pretty classy. But apart from that, this interior is exactly the same. There is nothing else that's different, and this is a mild facelift after all, to go with a mild hybrid so to say. So talking about the suspension, again, nothing really changed on that front. The car still rides very supple. Ride quality is decent. NVH levels are quite nice. Let's talk about the brakes. Now, braking remains the same for the most part, and from my experience, the brakes could have been slightly better. Don't get me wrong, they're pretty good. It's just if you're used to driving its competitors, I would say their brakes feel a little more responsive, and they have slightly better feel to them, pedal feel so to say. With this, it's a bit harder to sort of figure out just at what point of depressing the pedal do the brakes actually engage. So it'll just take a little bit of getting used to. But yeah, that's, again, it's a minor gripe over here. I'm honestly just like nitpicking. I don't really have much to have against this car, quite frankly. It drives really well. It's a very relaxing experience, and I don't think anybody that owns this car has any complaints with it. I mean, I hope. But yeah, so far Driving, everything is the same, suspension is the same. The only difference that you can notice is just with the engine responsiveness. Rest everything is practically the same. So good on Volvo for introducing a mild hybrid. I would have much rather liked to see a hybrid system that is something like maybe something that you'd find, say, in the Lexus NX, where you can actually use the battery a lot more than you can over here. The battery over here just serves as a mild assist, so to say. And it would have been nicer to have a more well-versed hybrid system, but I'm sure this is just a step in that direction for Volvo. They've already come out with the Recharge. I don't know if you've seen that car. Please go check out the video on Top Gear India's channel. We've got a review with that car, and I gotta say, that car, if you haven't driven it, it's something worth driving. It's quite an experience. So to sum up the mild changes to the new XC40 mild hybrid, well, gone are the dual tone paint schemes. In is the new sage green color. Gone is the diamond cut wheels that came with the R design trim. In is this new 5-spoke design wheel. Gone are the orange inserts in the door inlays. In are these new black ones instead. Gone are the fancy metallic trim little details. In are the little driftwood inlays. And now you can have the car with either a black interior or a beige interior that Volvo likes to call blonde. So that's pretty much it. Power figures are just the same as before, with the addition of a 48-volt mild hybrid battery. So apart from that, nothing else has really changed, and also yes, the crystal gear knob. So the changes aren't really, I wouldn't say they're substantial enough. They're like, it's not a huge leap. It's more dusk and dawn than night and day. But to anyone that's looking for a more well-rounded, more grown-up package, I think this will appeal a little more to them compared to the rather youthful-looking R-design package that came with the previous car before. So all in all, this is the XC40 mild hybrid. Prices are yet to be announced so far. But if you'd like to check out a video that we made against its competitors, click on the box up here. And if you'd like to check out the video we did on the XC40 Recharge, click up here. This is Gavin Rodriguez signing off, and don't forget to like, share and subscribe.